Good morning, everybody, and welcome to LaSalle College High School, the site of a non-league lacrosse matchup, a big-time matchup with eyes across the state of Pennsylvania here in Winmore. Your broadcast team, Bob Long and Mike Morcell. Mike Morcell, great to have you back alongside another season of LaSalle Lacrosse, another season of you in the booth. Great to have you.
Thank you, Bob. It's great to be back on LaSalle's campus. Beautiful sunny day here, 50 degrees. Should be a good matchup today. We have Conestoga, who's a perennial public league powerhouse, versus LaSalle, who's a private league powerhouse, and should be a real battle between the two teams.
Well, while not in the same division or league, this is certainly a rivalry. They've played many times in the state tournament. 5 times, you said, Mike, in the state final. So, these are two teams that have dreams of getting to Hershey every single year. Those dreams realized more often than not. Last year, though, neither of these teams got to the final, Conestoga in the semis. And so an opportunity here for these teams to rebound. And LaSalle last year, Mike, in particular, was a very young lacrosse team. And you're going to see and hear a lot of familiar names, now a year older, a year wiser, and a team that has those same dreams to get back to Hershey.
Yeah, Bob, and that starts at the face-off X with Stevie Davis. He's a sophomore here for LaSalle, most likely going to be a 5-star recruit for college recruiting coming out next fall. If he controls the face-off X, Conestoga could be in real trouble. On Conestoga's side, though, the great equalizer is Patrick Jamison in goal. Patrick's a Duke commit. He's a junior, All-American as a sophomore. Great kid from a great family. So it'll be interesting to see the Stevie Davis at the face-off X versus Patrick Jamison in the goal for Conestoga.
And on Conestoga's side, also, unfortunately, without Peter Detweiler, and that will be for the rest of the year. We certainly would think a broken foot took him out of a game against Gilman. He had 2 goals. He looked like he was ready for a breakout year, Mike, and it's unfortunate part of the game that he will not be here for Conestoga. Now we're going to pause for the national anthem here from LaSalle High School, and then face-off is next.
Great. Bob, just looking at these rosters lining up for the national anthem, LaSalle has double the amount of players as Conestoga. So you mentioned Detweiler being out. It's really going to kill their depth. It's just amazing what goes on in the public schools. I think schools like Malvern and Episcopal and Haverford are picking off kids out of the Conestoga school district, and it's just really hard to compete these days by looking at the rosters.
But compete they have, and state titles they've been able to earn over the years. Another proud program here, Conestoga and LaSalle looking to get going. Conestoga lost to their rival earlier in the year, Radnor High School, and that is a common opponent, Mike, and LaSalle was able to take down Radnor. That was a big-time game, the home opener, I believe, for this LaSalle team.
Yeah, so Radnor state champs last year in the state of Pennsylvania, so I know Stoga and LaSalle met in 2019. We did not have a state championship in 2020 due to COVID, and Radnor was able to take the title last year. So for LaSalle to get that win out of the gates was huge, and probably a tough loss for Conestoga, but it's early in the season, and they'll certainly see him again in league play.
LaSalle will be dressed in the gold tops with white bottoms and then the navy blue helmets. Conestoga, as you see across the LaSalle L at center, white helmets and maroon up and down, tops and bottoms.
Yeah, there's veteran leadership here on attack for LaSalle. We have Andrew Kelly, number 1, senior, going to Lehigh. Jack Vandergriff, number 9, is a junior left-hander. And the big guy, P.J. Oppenheimer, is also a senior. So having that upper class depth at attack for LaSalle could be advantageous.
And on the Conestoga side, Patrick Reilly, a senior attackman, headed to Bucknell. Wade Beckstrom, attackman at the junior level, and he will be playing mostly at the X here today. Skilled, unselfish, undersized, loves to get after it. Chase Kelly, another attackman. So those are some of the keys here to this one. And here's one of those keys that we talked about. Stevie Davis at the face-off. And it's going to be Conestoga possession to start things.
Yeah, so Davis won it cleanly early on, did not pick up the ground ball initially, and here comes Conestoga on offense. I think what they want to do, Bob, typically this time of the game early on, everybody should get a touch. Let's get the ball around. Let's get the jitters out. Let's set up our offense and be organized. Some big midfielders for Conestoga here, 22 and 16. Big horses out there.
Austin gets a touch here. Again, playing on the football field, but the sideline goes even wider. It'll be the yellow or the blue line that you see just outside of the white sideline.
So you notice Drew Marshall attracted the long pole here at midfield, so he went to the crease. And their goal here should be to dodge short sticks up top or get it to one of their top attackmen and initiate.
Austin just outside the box now creates. And he'll feed it back behind the net to Beckstrom.
Very patient start here for Conestoga. It's really smart for them to try to control the tempo of the offense.
Aiden Grove. And now Patrick Reilly with a touch, takes off a screen, goes back behind the net for Beckstrom. They whip this one around. And now again Austin, and they'll pull this all the way back to Eaton.
Here's that short stick matchup they're looking for too with the size advantage for Eaton.
Austin kind of surveys the scene, and Conestoga will pull this back again, and now stall warning issued by the referee. Coming right in front, patience, and that's a great job of denying space there by LaSalle defensively, number 16, Will Pickering.
Yeah, Pickering's a do-everything defenseman. He's just a solid total stud, can pick the ball off the ground, also plays really solid position defense.
Better than 2 minutes into this game, and LaSalle has not had a touch offensively, and they threw it outside of the box. So an unforced error there, Mike, certainly, for Conestoga in their first offensive possession. Here come the Explorers.
Here goes LaSalle in transition.
And that's a nice early possession there by LaSalle, trying to get Conestoga moving, recognizing they had the man back behind the net.
Yeah, so I'd expect the same approach here for LaSalle. Probably not wait as long to go to the goal, but they do want everybody to get a touch just to feel good with the ball. And here comes Pilling. I'm sorry, that was Pilling's number last year. Number 6 there at the midfield.
Yeah, Von Bastelar.
There's Pilling on the wing, 19.
A touch here for Charlie Huntley. Huntley tries to take the defender one-on-one. Back behind the goal line go the Explorers, dressed in those home gold uniforms. Spinning, thinking of firing, and that's a good defensive play, knocking the stick right out of the hand. Well done there by number 24, Gavin Daly for Conestoga.
Yeah, Gavin Daly, a junior for Stoga, stepping up, playing big minutes. Sort of a Swiss Army knife type on defense is what his coach likes to call him. He's a do-it-all defender.
And there's a shot and a goal early on for Conestoga.
Brody Eaton.
So they've really controlled the possession here, Mike. A tremendous job by Conestoga. Got the ball to Eaton right in the center, turned, fire, went high to low.
Yeah, Eaton saw an opportunity there in the middle, just cut to the ball. Nice overhand finish, high to low. Stoga's up 1-0.
And a second face-off now controlled by Conestoga. Ian Kim in the face-off circle.
Yeah, Ian Kim has Stevie Davis's number right now early on. It's only a little bit of a chess match. It's the second face-off, so we'll see if Stevie can make some adjustments. Looks like second midfield here for Conestoga, and again, we'll see if the depth can hold up over time, running the second midfield, trying to keep the first midfield fresh for majority of the game.
Well, and a portion of that, I think, is also taking some air out of the ball, right? Patience, timing. That one, though, needs to stay in bounds and won't. It'll be LaSalle possession. Of course, the difference there, Mike, being a pass versus a shot, so it doesn't matter who's closest to it on the goal line there, on the end line.
That's right. If it's a shot in the sport of lacrosse, it's the closest person to the ball when the ball goes out. To your point, Bob, that was a pass, so just a natural turnover.
And now LaSalle will work this long. They had Huntley coming off the sideline, and now they'll get set up. Van Bastelar.
Here's Charlie Huntley. He's a Vermont signee, so he's excited to play at the next level, Division I.
Huntley gets all the way through. What a save. Brilliant there from Patrick Jamison. You mentioned heading to Duke next year, and a guy that can keep them in this lacrosse game today.
Yeah, he's a total game changer, and just, you know, if they're going to stay in this game, it's going to be Patrick Jamison having double-digit saves. Again, great kid from a great family and a total stud.
They go high to low again, and Jamison makes the stop in net.
Good offense by LaSalle. You know, high to low shot. Jamison just really fundamental. Gets his stick down and makes a clean save.
And with the long pull, boy, that's a pretty good turn, but he does lose it. And a whistle, 6:41 to go, first quarter.
So Conestoga
timeout was called.
Yeah, early timeout. They get 2 timeouts per half. I think Coach Brody Bush thinks this is a very important possession. 6 minutes left in the first quarter, so with the 1-goal lead, he does burn an early timeout.
And that's one of those there where, you know, in basketball, the ball's bouncing around, right? And does he have possession when the timeout was actually called for and then granted?
Yeah, it looked like Coach Bush timed it pretty well, and the ref gave it to him for sure. So we mentioned before, Bob, these teams met in the 2019 state championship was the last time. They've actually met in 5 of the last 12 state championships, LaSalle winning 3 and Conestoga winning 2. I think the last Conestoga championship was 2013. Actually, Brian Sampson, who is an assistant coach now on the Conestoga staff, was the head coach for 13 or 14 years with Conestoga back then. So Coach Bush making a smart move, bringing Coach Sampson onto the staff, try to help them get over the hump.
And very giving of his time pregame as well. Able to give us some insight on the Conestoga team. Now, this portion of today's games, folks, is brought to you by E&M Insurance. Chris Marr, class of 1989, very involved with LaSalle, and he loves lacrosse. But what he also does really, really well is handle insurance, both on the commercial and the personal side. Give him a call and visit their website at eandminsurance.com. He can help you with a simple once-over of your current policies and see if he can save you money and get you better service.
So here's Stoga coming out of the timeout. They probably set something up. A nice offensive set to get organized again. Move the ball around and try to attack the short sticks with a big little pick.
6 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the first quarter. Just a couple of offensive possessions for both teams. And Conestoga made good on their second offensive possession with a goal. Looking to get another shot. That one just wide there. It'll remain Conestoga possession. Good positioning in there by the goaltender, Matt Nelson, but that one missed on the near side.
Yeah, Nelson, a sophomore, won the job in training camp back in February and March. And it looks like he'll take the helm here for the next 3 years.
Diving in, spinning, didn't actually let the shot go. That's pretty good discipline there. But then a quick giveaway. They're going to be able to retain possession. It's a fight for it. And Conestoga able to get it back. Well done by Patrick Reilly.
Yeah, the tough part here as a defensive unit is staying patient.
And they score again. That's Wade Beckstrom from the X position. Puts it in, and it's 2-0 Conestoga.
Yeah, Beckstrom's a junior. I mean, he operates majority of the time from the X. He's very skilled, unselfish player, and actually takes it himself high to high. So now LaSalle finds themselves down 2-0, still the first quarter. Let's see if Stevie Davis can win a draw. Stevie jumped the gun there a little bit, so now it's Conestoga ball. I think the worst thing if you're LaSalle is if you're not winning faceoffs and the other team has a good goalie, it's hard to come back from a lead here. So that LaSalle has to get a stop, or else it could be the death spiral.
Bob Long, Mike Morcell, Liam Jones helping us on the camera today. Great to have everybody alongside with us here from Flannery Field, surrounded by Divine Track. Pat Divine, longtime head coach here for the LaSalle Track and Field program. And, of course, Tex Flannery, longtime football head coach here at LaSalle. Might need a little divine intervention to get back into this one here, Mike. 2-0 early to Conestoga.
Yeah, some legendary names you're mentioning there, Bob. Knew them both well.
Patience here from Conestoga, and why not? With a 2-0 lead, and they've had control of the possession from soup to nuts thus far.
Yeah, what I was mentioning before, as a LaSalle defensive unit, it's hard to stay patient, not chase sticks, try to be disciplined. But they really just have to, you know, keep their body on the attackman in good position, not chase sticks, and certainly not foul.
Wow, what a pickup there by the short stick for Conestoga. But a big hit turns the ball over, and LaSalle back the other way. This is where they love to go here in transition. Now they'll pull this one back and get the numbers that they want on the field.
Yeah, LaSalle really needs to get organized here on offense. Man on behind you.
What a spin. Shot, and it's saved again. Jameson's been unbelievable in net early on.
Yeah, not the guy to test from 12 yards, especially low to high like that. Just playing catch to Patrick Jameson. Here goes Patrick.
Conestoga with possession again, and now it's Conestoga's turn to return two guys to the midfield stripe and get offensive reinforcements on, Mike.
Yeah, so you see them again be patient coming out of the box here, subbing. On-ball defenseman here is Willis, a five-star recruit or a potential five-star recruit here coming out of the sophomore class for LaSalle. He may need to be a little bit more aggressive on the ball with Beckstrom just to create some turnovers.
Under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Conestoga turns with it now. Reilly has it, and he'll dump it back off to Austin. Beckstrom actually has the ball in his stick.
Yep.
So they switch spots there at the X. Now it's Beckstrom in front. Shot and a score. It's Patrick Reilly, and it's 3-0 Conestoga with still better than 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. One more look here, Mike.
Yeah, so Reilly, who's a left-hander traditionally, he's getting shaded to go to his right. He just takes that open space with a nice backhanded shot. 3-0 Stoga. Again, if the face-off's not working and Patrick Jameson stays hot, LaSalle may be looking to call a timeout and regroup and change the strategy a little bit.
An important face-off here, and LaSalle able to come up with it. Number 40, Colin Wakefield. Wakefield also a football player. A lot of football players on this LaSalle team. Got himself into and then out of trouble.
Yeah, so my bet is on the sideline there, Stevie Davis consulted with Kevin Doherty, the face-off coach for LaSalle. They probably looked at maybe even some film real quick, or at least talked about what was happening early on. Stevie comes out and wins it clean.
Frankie Fix, he goes down below the goal line. Back to the top. Patience here from LaSalle. Everybody gets a touch here offensively. Huntley with it now.
Yeah, if you're LaSalle, you're looking for some type of dunk versus an outside shot, I think.
There it is. Frankie Fix finds the back of the net. LaSalle on the board.
Yeah, Frankie gets a good matchup there. He's a big, strong senior. Gets in within about 7 or 8 yards because I don't think you want to shoot 12 yards against Patrick. Just buries it high to low. Frankie, we joke about, he's definitely on the all-name team, Frankie Fix. And heading to Delaware to be a Blue Hen and play lacrosse.
Quite the fix indeed. LaSalle right back in this one, 3-1. Conestoga has the lead with 1:47 to play. And a very entertaining first quarter thus far. Stevie Davis now got his second consecutive face-off win.
Yeah, Stevie's heating up a little bit. We'll see if he can keep that momentum.
Huntley has it now at the X.
So here's Pilling with a short stick. I would have thought Pilling would have gotten the pole. So if I'm LaSalle, they probably want to take advantage of this mismatch. Either drive hard and move it, or Pilling might get an open shot here all the way down the alley.
Here is Pilling, draws a second defender.
Yeah, they're going to slide early there to Pilling.
Vandergrift with it now. This is Jack Vandergrift. And great defense there by Conestoga coming to the ball.
Yeah, really nice help defense there by Conestoga. Typically the second and third slide is where you need to be disciplined. That was the third slide, helping down, checking stick for a feed inside, and it's just a turnover.
It was a good job by Newhall as well to hightail it out of there. He had a LaSalle defender on his back, but able to gain that midfield stripe and right back into the offensive set for Conestoga. 31 seconds to play in this first quarter.
Yeah, I think around the 10 or 15 second mark, you'll probably start to hear turbo, and they'll look for probably Reilly or their best offensive player to go at the goal and try to make something happen.
Now 15 on the clock, diving all the way in, shot with the left.
That was Reilly.
10 seconds left, one last chance here for Conestoga. Controlled here by Cliff Hawkins. Hawkins carries it. They're going to have to move with two, down to one, and they're not even going to get a shot off. That one would not have counted. And we head to the second quarter. Conestoga, maybe a little bit of a surprise early on, but there's never a surprise when Conestoga's on the field. A lot of pride in that program, even a little bit underhanded. We talked about Peter Detweiler, not in the game due to injury. Didn't matter. The reinforcements have picked it up, and it was phenomenal first 12 minutes from Conestoga.
Yeah, Stoga got out of the bus, psyched up, ready to go. I think the storyline here, Bob, will be, again, going back to the depth that we mentioned early on in the game. Can the Conestoga midfielders continue to have this type of firepower for the next three quarters? So it'll be interesting to see if LaSalle in the second half, if Stevie Davis continues to win draws, if they can wear down Conestoga over time. But again, Patrick Jamison in net probably has 4 saves already. He'll keep Conestoga in this for most of the game, if not lead them to a victory.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back here on Bob Long Sports.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services. Whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups, at Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
It's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in
Welcome back, folks. Bob Long, Mike Morsell, Liam Jones, your broadcast team today. Thrilled to be alongside you all from Flannery Field, surrounded by divine track here at LaSalle, and Conestoga able to get the possession.
Yeah, wing play becomes really important in the sport of lacrosse. The face-off guy, like Stevie just did, can win it clean, but if Conestoga's wing picks it up, technically they won the face-off.
Now Kelly able to settle things down for LaSalle, able to make good out of that, again, unfortunate face-off that went the way of Conestoga after work that Stevie Davis did. But, hey, nothing unfortunate about the way Conestoga is playing right now, Mike. They are bringing a ton of energy to the game. Now it's LaSalle's opportunity to settle down, get it into their possession, their timing, and create a good shot in near the net.
Yeah, I think this comes down to shooting efficiency for LaSalle. They're going to get their shots off. it's a matter of, picking the right spots on somebody like Patrick Jamison, in tight, typically within 5 to 7 yards at the most. They want to try to take advantage of those opportunities more than outside shots.
A lot of touch time for Harry Schweitzer, who has it now, number 25. Now onto the stick of Van Bastelar. Fix now. He's the goal scorer for LaSalle. Spins with that short pole and able to maintain possession. Well done. Vandegrift. Schweitzer.
Conestoga's playing great defense. No surprise here under Coach Sampson.
Boy, what a great play, particularly there by Will DiFilippo, number 5, taking Schweitzer right off his route.
So we do have a flag down, Bob, so this will be a situation where LaSalle can take some chances here. They're getting the ball back no matter what.
Maybe that flag is on the aforementioned play by Will DiFilippo. It was physical, but might have been too much. Now Kelly dives in. He'll spin with it here. LaSalle in control, and like you said, that flag in their back pocket.
Yep, you can hold the ball as long as you want. Take a nice shot, even take a little bit of a risk.
Schweitzer lost it. Kelly looking for possession. Still need a touch here and control, and that'll do it.
Physical play by Conestoga. These guys, again, they've brought it. They're certainly not backing away, which I wouldn't expect. And definitely brought a physical tone here to LaSalle.
9:46 to play in the second quarter. And it's cross-checking penalty called against Conestoga. 1 minute, the penalty.
Yeah, so an important possession here for LaSalle. I think you have to come out here with at least a really good shot, if not a goal. Try to get it to 3-2 at this point in the game. You'll see them be patient, probably move off ball a little bit, get the defense rotating, try to get a good shot.
LaSalle in the gold, Conestoga in the maroon. And it's Conestoga with the early 3-1 lead on the road at LaSalle.
Here now they're initiating their play, trying to get them on a string on defense.
Fix had a touch. Oppenheimer plays it back behind the net. One time they score. And that's great offense by LaSalle. Jack Pilling wearing the number 19 puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah, really good execution by LaSalle. You'll notice Conestoga's defense starts to rotate. Oppenheimer probably had a shot but made a one more pass to X. Look inside to Pilling for an easy finish.
And you can explain as well, Mike, that number 19 very special here at LaSalle.
Yeah, number 19 is after Travis Mannion, who unfortunately gave his life fighting for our country back in 2006. And it's a tradition here to award the number 19 to a senior who exemplifies the type of character and integrity and hard work that that Travis brought to every day of his life. So Pilling's the fortunate member of the team that gets to wear that jersey and display that leadership.
Now Ian Kim is down, the face-off specialist for Conestoga. And how much of an impact that could have, Mike. He was a big part, particularly in the first quarter, earning possessions for this Conestoga team, and obviously first and foremost concerned that he's down at all.
Yeah, I just want to make sure he's okay. I think he got hit in the head there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was the stick or the body in the head and then him hitting the ground, or it was just the ground and the head, but want to make sure Kim's okay. Can't mess around with these injuries.
(9:10) still here to play in the second quarter. Kim still being attended to by the medical staff. And this is good. Just off your camera here, but Kim able to get up and walk off the field on his own power.
Yeah, we hope Kim's okay, again, for a couple reasons. One, just his own safety and health. And two, hopefully he can return for Conestoga and continue to battle Stevie Davis at the X. He's done a really nice job in the first half of the game.
It's been a fun matchup to watch.
So LaSalle's man down. They did call a penalty on Kim. So 6 offensive players for Conestoga, 5 for LaSalle, similar to what LaSalle just did on man up. You'll see Stoga be patient and then start generating their offense, getting cuts, and trying to get the LaSalle defense to start rotating.
So that foul, you're saying induced by the contact on Kim there.
Correct.
Yep. 8:55 to go, second quarter. Down below the goal line
There
goes
comes
Conestoga. Everybody getting a touch, Mike.
Yep, there comes our cut. And if they move it quick enough, they'll start to get the defense rotating.
Reilly got a touch. Wade Beckstrom, he's done a wonderful job at the X today here for Conestoga. A touch there for Marshall. And there's a really nice job defensively. What a save on the shot from Wade Beckstrom.
Yeah, Beckstrom had an opportunity there. I think he should have probably taken one more step, come around the step to greatness. You're probably going to take a big hit, but you'll probably have a better chance of burying that goal. Great save by Nelson.
And now Conestoga a little slow to get the defensive reinforcements in. LaSalle maybe had a moment where they could have attacked, but instead, why not? Pull it back, run the offense. They're great in this set. Drawing two defenders there. Paul Van Bastelaar, excellent there. For just a moment, it looked like he might get pushed past that midfield line there, Mike. But
yeah, so Conestoga's still man up, so you'll see the defense double teaming Bastelaar here, which is not an easy position. Rob Forrester may use a timeout. He's got two in his back pocket. We'll see if he uses one.
He didn't, and it's a giveaway.
There may be a rule, Bob, which I'm missing. You may not be able to make a defensive timeout. Otherwise, I think Rob probably would have called it.
Conestoga now into the offensive set. Brody Eaton, and that one given away. Yes, some miscommunication there. At 7:25 to go, second quarter.
A little sloppy there by Eaton. That happens in the game. Sometimes you just goof one up a little bit. No big deal. Now they got to play tough defense.
And it's a one-goal game here from LaSalle. Two of the state's best programs. Kelly waits and fires. Got the goaltender make the commitment. Goes the opposite direction, went low and scored. Really nice by LaSalle, and we're tied at 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Eaton was playing so far out, but he gets run by his man. Kelly's man has to help. Andrew just cuts to the ball. Easy fake and finish. Another one of those goals. Again, not much Patrick can do there on the 1 yard line on a high to low fake. But again, that's how LaSalle's going to have success.
And a timeout called on the field. 7 minutes and 8 seconds to play here in this first half. This portion of today's game is brought to you by Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. Jim and Carrie are true professionals. They are fantastic from start to finish, from getting you to see the first house in your long list of houses you might be looking at to those final closing documents and getting you inside the walls of your dream home. If you're looking to sell a home as well, Jim and Carrie can help you with that. It's still a wild market out there, and interest rates are certainly in an interesting point right now. They can help you with every step of the process as it pertains to buying a home. We appreciate them so much. They are our favorite realtors, Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors team. And then want to also tell you about Winning Search Solutions. Mike Winning, a LaSalle graduate involved with the alumni board. He does a great job if you're looking for insurance recruiting, hiring. So you're looking to hire folks, professionals in that industry. Mike is your guy. You can email him at mwinning@winningsearchsolutions.com. We appreciate him and his sponsorship of everything we do and everything LaSalle sports.
Yes, it'd be interesting if Kim is not coming out for the face-off, Bob, so hopefully he's okay on the sidelines. But this is where that depth, again, could be an issue for Conestoga, which we've talked about earlier.
Charlie Newhall, he's a sophomore midi. He's in there to take the face-offs against Stevie Davis.
Yeah, Stevie just had a field day with him there. Wakefield on the ground ball. It's interesting. Conestoga, interesting stat. They had 100 kids try out for their lacrosse team in 2016 and 45 kids try out this year. So there's something going on with the trends and demographics in the Conestoga School District, which I think is affecting this depth overall. Kelly
being attended to at the trainer's table. I do think that's Dave Crow over there Longtime LaSalle trainer, does an excellent job. Hopefully he can get back on the field. Frankie Fix fires that one high to high. That one almost went through the uprights here.
I think Frankie wants that one back. Yeah, it looked like it slipped out of his stick a little bit. But nice job by him stepping in.
Certainly in good positioning by the LaSalle attackman to maintain possession here for LaSalle. Sometimes a miss isn't as bad, right? Because you get yourself another opportunity. Putting it on net and not changing the levels, that's where you can get yourself into trouble and give the ball right back to your opponent.
That's exactly it, Bob.
Huntley. And patience here from Tommy Vandergrift. You're going to be hearing that name a lot. Tommy and Jack Vandergrift both getting great run for this LaSalle team, Mike.
Yeah, there's about 100 Vandergrifts, I think, between Academy of the New Church and St. Joe's and LaSalle, and it's a very popular lacrosse name.
5:46 to go in this second quarter. LaSalle diving in. Huntley with patience. Slithers between two defenders. That's incredible. Huntley gives LaSalle the lead.
Yeah, really nice big little pick game here. So you'll notice a pick set on the long pole, gets Huntley a switch with a shorty, and then he just works his way through a high-low shot, again, from the 2-yard line on Patrick Jameson. That's where the shots need to come from.
And again, Kim continues to be attended to. He was excellent in the faceoff circle. If you're just joining us in the first quarter, he and Stevie Davis, it was unbelievable battles at the faceoff X. And since it's been Newhall, unfortunate for him, right? I mean, that's a tough situation, but it's been all Stevie Davis and not particularly close at the X.
Yeah, coming off the bench as a sophomore, going against Stevie, probably one of the top guys in the country at faceoff. It's just pitch and catch for Stevie and Wakefield there on the wing. Good communication, clean win. This could be the storyline for LaSalle as they gain more possessions.
Now Kelly. Yeah, Brian Sansom was telling us before the game, 2 captains and as many as 4 starters likely not to play today. Make it a 5th with Kim going down. That's a nice defensive play, though, by Conestoga.
Yeah, it's a shame when teams, health is a big part of your success. It's a shame when a lot of that stuff's out of your control. So, again, just keeping an eye on Kim over there. Hopefully he's doing okay, and whether or not he comes back in the game is yet to be seen.
Austin did a nice job to maintain possession there through some traffic and back behind to Beckstrom.
Yeah, so it's still 4-3 with 4 minutes left in the half. I mean, again, you got to give a lot of credit to Conestoga. They're playing hard, playing well. See if they can initiate with Eaton here on a short stick. They just got the switch.
And now plays this one back to Drew Marshall. Marshall takes the screen.
Hey, Drew's a big kid. I know the coaching staff really likes him. He's skilled, learning the job a little bit as he plays, just has to gain that experience that he hasn't had in the past.
Beckstrom and Reilly have really been impressive thus far. They're both back behind the net. Defensively for LaSalle, in there on the play is Troy.
Yeah, these LaSalle defensive units under Tony Resch, they just keep coming at you year after year. They reload. They're fundamental, really good sticks.
Diving in, tough shot. Wasn't going to go there, tough angle. Good long stick pickup there by Henry Troy. That was really impressive. Little dangerous there, but I think the angle was a little bit more unkind than it actually looked. That certainly wasn't going in the net, and a nice job by Troy.
Yeah, Troy's going to Hofstra, so again, another Division I signee commit for LaSalle. They play in a really tough league. So LaSalle did use the timeout in the defensive end, so I guess that is a rule that you are allowed to call one in the defensive end. So Robbie, much smarter than me, saved that timeout for the right time.
3:02 to go, second quarter. Bob Long, Mike Morrisell, and Liam Jones is with us here doing an excellent job. His first time on the camera, as far as I'm aware, and doing a great job for us here at Bob Long Sports, so we appreciate it.
Good job, Liam. Now, it's funny, those demographics I was mentioning on the Conestoga tryout side, we don't see that on the women's side. I know they have a very thriving women's team under Coach Amy Orcutt. They've also won a state championship a few years ago. So I think, again, I mentioned it earlier, Malvern Prep is close by. Episcopal Academy, potentially the Haverford School. They seem to pick off kids from Radnor and Conestoga who can really only take kids from the school district or from the zip code. So definitely a challenge for these schools in this new environment.
Now Radnor, let's talk about Radnor a little bit. LaSalle played them early on. We mentioned LaSalle got the win, but that's a Radnor team that certainly has high ambitions this year. Thought of as, on any given day, the most talented team in the state, from what I'm hearing at least. And I know LaSalle also thought of right in that realm why that matchup was so big in late March and why it showed, you think, that each team a little bit about one another.
Yeah, don't be surprised if we see LaSalle and Radnor again matching up somewhere end of May, early June in either the state semifinals or even potentially the state final. Coached by John Beezer, Mark Petrone, really good coaching staff. A lot of local Radnor kids do stay put in the public school. It's a phenomenal public school. And I give Radnor a lot of credit. They're a well-coached, tough team. Similar to Conestoga.
And Pilling easily across and into the offensive zone. Frankie Fix and Pilling will play catch. Here's Huntley with a touch.
Yeah, so if LaSalle, they probably talked in the timeout. It'd be nice to go into halftime up 5-3, if not 6-3. Not sure if Kim's coming back in the second half, so this would be the time to take advantage again of some matchups, create the right situation, extra pass, and see if they can get an extra goal here before halftime.
.224 to go as Frankie Fix now sends this one down below the goal line. Patience here from Vandergrift takes this shot. That one went off the helmet of the goalie, and that's going to be Conestoga possession. Really nicely done in net by Patrick Jameson.
Nice move by Vandergrift. I think, again, one more extra step might have created the angle. Don't want to be a Monday morning quarterback there for him, but typically if you take that extra step, the angle increases and you see a little more net to shoot at, but a great save by Patrick.
My broadcast partner knows of which he speaks, and a high school All-American here at LaSalle, and just couldn't get the shot off. Nicely done by LaSalle.
Yeah, the game's changed a lot in 25 years, Bob. I'm not sure if I'd be on this field if I was the same type of player as these kids, but certainly worked back in the 90s.
And there's going to be a flag coming in.
Yeah, Andrew Kelly just really puts a lot of pressure on the defense there, drives towards the goal, and picks up a push with possession.
1:37 to go. Well, tell us a little bit about your experience here at LaSalle. My understanding is you were on one of, if not the first LaSalle lacrosse program in history.
Yeah, so I think the program started in 1992. I showed up in the fall of 93. Coach Bill Leahy, the former coach here for 28 years, he coached freshman football that year in 1993 and tried to figure out who a bunch of the potential athletes may be, introduce us to the sport of lacrosse. And then if you fast forward 4 years later, 2 of us were All-American, 3 were All-State, and we won our first state playoff game in 1997 against Marple Newtown. So Coach Leahy certainly had a vision there, showing up to freshman football in 93. And since then, the program has just been, grown leaps and bounds with talent and state championships, and the players that came after us are just
oh my goodness,
phenomenal.
Gave it away, and now a whistle. And a late hit there. 4 flags come down. David Layton, and just took an unnecessary hit after the whistle.
Yeah, Layton there should not have retaliated. I think LaSalle already was given a penalty for their push on Vandergrift, and Layton came back, retaliated. They both got flags. Be interesting to see how we sort this all out.
Well, as we do, so did Joe Callister or any of the other football coaches at the time take too kindly to some of the freshman football players getting taken to lacrosse?
Well, they certainly didn't worry about me with football because that was not in my future. But Mike Dorso, Eddie Boron, Matt Maloney, Jimmy Kohler, all very good football players. They complement each other pretty well. One's in the spring, one's in the fall. And I think Coach Callister, Coach Gordon, they were supportive of multi-sport athletes, so it did not get in the way for those guys.
That's great. Well, you see a lot of these guys here going right down the list. Colin Wade played tight end and fullback at times for that LaSalle football team this year. Of course, Seth Michalak who didn't play football but was a tremendous soccer player also in the fall. I'm sure there's guys I'm missing here, but E.J. Wentz was a big-time fullback / running back for
I think Matty Willis was an all-Catholic football player as a sophomore. Extremely rare in this environment.
Yeah,
starting on defense here for LaSalle. So I think Rob, when you look at Robbie and the coaching staff, they're very supportive of multi-sport athletes. That's what you want. It's healthy to put the sticks down in the off-season, play another sport, get coached by somebody else, and then come back hungry when the season starts.
The last two, Kieran Campbell, who was tremendous on the defensive line for LaSalle, and Colin Wakefield, who would play in the safety position good portion of the year for that LaSalle football team and really good on special teams. So, yes, a lot of dual sport athletes here for LaSalle.
Yeah, and I heard Wakefield has like a 4.7 GPA. So if they added my spring semester with my fall semester, I think it would get to about a 4.7. But Wakefield, clearly the smartest kid on the team by far.
Luke Montaigne brings this one into the offensive zone. Offside is the call at 50 seconds left.
Yeah, when the defensive person takes the ball over the field, a midfielder has to stay back to keep 3 people back. Stoga just a boneheaded play there. Big turnover with 40 seconds left in the half.
Yep, and a timeout called at 38 seconds left. Looking to get one last good shot and take a little more momentum going into the half. Break it down for me. I mean, this is an important 38 seconds, no doubt.
Yeah, LaSalle's had success picking with a short stick on somebody with a pole trying to get a switch. So I could see either Kelly or Vandergrift or one of the midfielders with a long pole getting a pick by a short stick. Once you have that matchup, you want to get away from them so they can't switch back. More often than not, when that shorty drives, they will get slid to very early, and that's where you need to find an off-ball goal. That would be my plan coming out of the 38 seconds. Big little pick with a drive on the short stick and then an off-ball attempt.
This portion of today's game brought to you by the Station Tap House, run by the Wade family. So we saw Colin Wade out there. Joe Wade does a wonderful job with both the Station Tap House and the Jamison Poorhouse. We appreciate them and their support of us. Joe, no longer an offensive coordinator on the football team, hanging him up. But what a long and illustrious career he had. Also very personally helpful to me over the years in terms of game plans and getting an idea of what that LaSalle team was going to do, making me sound and look pretty smart on the air. So appreciate Joe and his sponsorship of everything we do here at Bob Long Sports and his commitment to LaSalle athletics.
Yeah, Coach Wade's a great guy. He's been around the football program probably for 25 years. I certainly remember him my time here, and I saw him as recent as last year. Just a huge impact. It's a major sacrifice to give that time and energy for all those years.
By the way, he always tells me to keep him out of those reads, but you know what? You're not coaching anymore, so happy to give you the props you deserve for everything you've done and your friendship as well, so appreciate that. Hey, there's Huntley. Huntley dives in, and with 17 and a half seconds left, Mike LaSalle takes that 2-goal lead. Certainly the momentum has shifted big time.
Yeah, Huntley was able to get the short stick matchup, goes hard left to right, sneaks underneath with his left hand to increase his angle, and sticks one by Jamison. See if Stevie Davis can pop one forward here for a fast break with 17 seconds. That should probably be his strategy. You see the wings are up ahead of Stevie. He's not going to go backwards with this one. He popped it, but he jumped by a half a second.
And he doesn't agree with the call, does he?
He didn't like that one.
So Newhall, potentially an opportunity to change some momentum. Final 5 seconds left. Double team comes. Long shot. Big save. And that will do it. What a save at a big moment by Nelson for LaSalle. And they maintain that 5-3 lead heading to the break.
Yeah, great save by Nelson. He knew the short time, they were under 5 seconds, a shot was coming. They tried to sneak it in there. Nelson makes a great save. Again, 5-3 LaSalle. Interesting storyline for second half. We'll see how Kim's doing. It doesn't look like he's going to return. But we'll keep an eye on that. If LaSalle can continue to gain possession, more shots on goal, ultimately more makes, that'll be the storyline for the second half for sure.
Yeah, you mentioned Kim there, Mike. He was standing with his helmet off. On the sideline, looks okay, but yeah, if he's unable to return, That's been a huge key. It's 4 straight for LaSalle since he went off the field. 5 straight overall, Mike, after LaSalle went down 3-0 in the early stages of this one. It's been a great lacrosse game. Thanks for being with us. Tell your friends we're on the air and join us for the second half here on Bob Long Sports.
Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Ferangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff. I think.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half coverage of LaSalle Lacrosse here on Bob Long Sports. And great to see Ian Kim back in the face-off circle against Stevie Davis. Stevie's going to win that one, but that'll be a fun matchup to watch the rest of the way, and just great to see that he's healthy, Mike.
Yeah, he must have got cleared at halftime. Trainer Dave Crow over there. They do very thorough examinations of those types of hits, so very happy to see Kim back. Hopefully it'll help Stoga with some momentum.
LaSalle now, though, with possession. Huntley has the ball. Right in front they come. Oh, my goodness, that's a great save by Jamison on Oppenheimer right at point-blank range.
Yeah, nice cut by Oppenheimer. Just cuts straight to Vandergrift, and Jamison makes a phenomenal save.
And Jack Pilling, unbelievable to get possession there. Kelly, another nice save by Jamison. A tough angle, though, coming in. But here's that energy you want from LaSalle coming out of the break, Mike.
Yeah, team like Conestoga, multiple possessions here off of ground balls. I'm not sure how many saves Jamison can make before one goes in.
Big hit, takes LaSalle off the ball, and Jamison comes and scoops it up with that big net. Excellent defense there by Conestoga.
Nice outlet pass by Conestoga. See if they have a little transition here or they just settle down.
Yeah, that was Chris Forgy taking it across midfield. And they'll pull this back. Nice job by LaSalle defensively. Number 22, Brian Blanche, did a nice job to recognizing that he was going to go. The Conestoga offensive player was going to go to that right, shaded that right, and I think really stopped that transition opportunity right then and there.
Yeah, Coach Resch probably preaching. If we can play 6-on-6D, it really increases our chances here to stop Conestoga. So let's prevent transition and let's stay out of the penalty box.
10:07 to play, third quarter. It's been 5 straight from LaSalle. It was 3-0 early on. Ian Kim was winning faceoffs left and right. And LaSalle was on their heels defensively, Mike, but they've settled down, created possessions, and gotten good saves like that by Nelson.
Nice save by Nelson. Tough shot there for Conestoga. Lefty sidearm coming across crease. Sort of an easy save for Nelson, but a nice save. Let's see if LaSalle can find the right matchup.
Now Frankie Fick settled things down. Tommy Vandergrift.
And this is that depth we talked about earlier in the game. LaSalle can go to their second and potentially even third midfield line, and it looks like Conestoga has to rely on their first midfield line. They're slowly going to wear down, would be my opinion.
This is Frankie Fix taking on Newhall, the defender. Fix. One more pass coming across in front. Oppenheimer spins and put that one right into the net of Jamison.
Yeah, nice twirl there by Oppenheimer, but he did step in the crease as Jamison made the save. Patrick avoided an injury there, I think.
And, of course, that wasn't going to count, but that was really incredible anticipation there by Jamison and net. Basically met net to net as the ball exchanged nets. That was unbelievable.
That's right. He matched sticks. Here goes Jamison. It's pretty rare to see a goalie go over half field like that, but Patrick has the confidence to go down and make the clear on his own.
Matt Wills in there defensively closer to the net for LaSalle. Logan Missett was up on number 16 there, Brody Eaton. Colin Wakefield in there defensively as well, and it'll be LaSalle possession.
Yeah, too many men for Conestoga, so they had 7 on offense. It's just a silly turnover at this stage in the game.
And Wakefield, that's going to be Conestoga ball. I can't imagine that was part of the game plan there. That was quick. That was a long shot.
Yeah, Wakefield, again, one of the more intelligent players on the team. A 12-yard shot in transition on Jamison. Turnover, nobody behind the goal to back it up. Probably not what Coach Forrester drew up.
Gavin Daly with it now. He throws that one across, and a giveaway, but will it be? Jack Pilling took a huge hit but got rid of the ball, and LaSalle has possession into the offensive zone. Pilling back behind the play appears fine.
Yeah, a little sloppy here for Conestoga, not taking care of the ball.
Oppenheimer scores. Had the space, the time in front, recognized that. A couple of dekes, no chance for Jamison, and LaSalle in control.
Yeah, and this is just Andrew Kelly again. Season opening, draws the double team, gives a one more to Oppenheimer, fake high, shoot low, and those layup goals are very tough to save. Nice finish by the big guy. A little bit of a dangerous spot here for Conestoga, down 6-3. LaSalle scored the last 6 goals unanswered. Stoga needs something here. Things could get out of hand.
And Stevie, he will take it himself. Stevie Davis, our guy Ray Gomez, who did a great job for us broadcasting all year long. Very early started calling him Speedy Davis.
Speedy Davis.
And I believe that's also his Instagram handle. So he's leaned into it, and why not?
Sounds like that one's going to stick, yeah.
I think so.
He's a heck of a running back. Pretty rare to leave Stevie on offense, but maybe they're trying to actually tire out Kim on the defensive end a little bit, get him moving, continue to wear him down. And look at Stevie subbing through the field, catching Kim.
Tough shot. Kelly got right in tight, and a whistle, I guess, in the crease there, Mike?
Yeah, nice move by Andrew. Just stepped in the crease. Patrick Jamison with another save.
6:51 to play in this third quarter. LaSalle 6, Conestoga 3. One of the most highly anticipated matchups, certainly anytime these guys play in the regular season.
Another turnover by Conestoga. That's a warding off. So Eaton was carrying the ball there and pushed off. Turnover to LaSalle.
And that's the good defensive positioning by Colin Wakefield to induce that penalty.
Yep. Colin came back, made up for his bad shot last time down.
Good move. Tough shot. Jamison there for the save. That was Charlie Huntley.
Yeah, there's the brick wall.
Last time he cleared it all the way to center. This time comes up a little short and nearly paid for it.
Almost a great play by Pilling. Good time to take a risk. Defense was in, miss it was in. Just check there.
Pilling. Beg your pardon. That's number 18 for LaSalle. Logan Missett. Really, really good.
Yeah, Missett made the check. The ball's on the ground. Unfortunately, he did push from behind.
Yep.
Give the ball back to Stoga.
But you can accept penalties like that. I would have to imagine there, Mike. And
yeah, it's a hustle play.
Absolutely.
Yep.
5:46 to go, and Conestoga desperately, Mike, looking to get something going here.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to come from someone like Reilly. More of the alpha attackman there that's willing to take on the top defenseman.
Here he is. That's Reilly. And he scored. Very prescient from my color commentator there, Mike Morsell. He saw it, and that time, coming from the X position, Reilly back behind the net, slithers his way through.
Yeah, Reilly again, he's a lefty, and they shade him to the right-hand side. He just sneaks upfield, gets a good angle, stuffs it between the legs of Nelson. And again, somebody like Reilly, his brother's a stud face-off guy at Georgetown. I know he's signed in college. When you're Coach Brody Bush, you have to look to guys like Reilly that want to take on this pressure and be willing to fail.
Kim has not won the face-off since he got injured. Hasn't won one since the first quarter, but we know how good he is in the face-off X. Can he do it against one of the nation's best? And Stevie Davis, not that time. Davis, so good. Davis carries right on, and that shot will be okay because there was Andrew Kelly back behind the net.
Yeah, it's almost a strategy sometimes as a face-off guy. Your stick's a little jammed up from the face-off. Shoot for a low corner, knowing that your attackman will most likely back it up. It's the same as almost giving the ball to them. It's a good risk to take in the low corners.
5 minutes to go now, third quarter. Turning into a bright and sunny day here from LaSalle.
It's about time. It's been a very rainy April so far.
It's also the beauty of a turf field.
True.
Can withstand a whole heck of a lot of rain. Pilling. And this is Charlie Huntley with patience now back behind the net. He spins against the defender Charlie Newhall. Up top they come. Patience, a shot. That one went off a couple of sticks. Tommy Vandergrift took the shot. But there's Jack Vandergrift to maintain possession. Huntley winds and fires, and LaSalle will maintain the possession.
LaSalle does a really nice job when they pick up a ground ball. Their first instinct is to move it. Typically backside 1 or 2 passes is a good place to dodge off of a ground ball.
Frankie Fix, he takes the shot, and that one is wide. Andrew Kelly sprints for it, and LaSalle will maintain possession. Now, prior to that last shot there by Huntley, heard something from the LaSalle bench, and he shot it immediately thereafter. I don't know if you heard through your headphones what that was, but
I didn't, but a lot of times being a good bench player, you'll echo the set that the coach calls. Sometimes it's hard to hear out there on the field. So a coach will say something, then you hope the 20, 25 guys on the bench will echo it for you so the players can hear it.
good move. And maybe a little too much, but I think LaSalle's going to get, I don't know if bailed out's the word, but they're going to get a penalty called against Conestoga. But that was Vandergrift spinning into a double team.
Yeah, it was initially good defense by number 5. I think he got a little bit anxious, got up around the neck area. They're going to call a hold. The difference between a hold and a 1-minute penalty is that this is a 30-second penalty. So if you're offense for LaSalle, you want to get into the play quicker, maybe off of the 3rd or 4th pass versus getting it around 8 to 10 times. So you'll see LaSalle initiate their set pretty quickly here with a 30-second penalty.
3:42 to go here in this third quarter. LaSalle leads by 2. Conestoga has cut it from 3-2 with their first goal since the first quarter.
Now LaSalle's in it, trying to get the defense to rotate.
Vandergrift right in front. Oh, they score. Too good there by the Explorers. Jack Pilling puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah, the defense was actually looking at Huntley, and you'll see Pilling slide behind the defender who is looking backside for Huntley up top. Pilling just makes a hard cut to the goal. One, quick sticks it over top of Jamison. Really good play design by LaSalle.
And walk me through the physics there of that, right? Because it almost looks like he's batting it like you'd be batting a volleyball over a volleyball net, right? It's not possessing, it's not curdling and firing. It's just quick sticking it in. Walk me through with for the folks that don't play a ton of lacrosse, how do you execute something like that?
Yeah, well, first, Patrick Jamison is watching the feeder behind, so the goalie has to turn around in a split second. And you said it, Bob, it's called a quick stick, almost like a tennis racket. The less cradles you make inside there, the shorter reaction time Jamison has, and Pilling did it perfectly.
And Rob Forrester calls the timeout immediately after possession is garnered by LaSalle. Excellently done by the LaSalle bench there at 3:08 to go third quarter. Recognizing there the ground ball and who picks it up has a huge advantage. That's the game of lacrosse, but particularly being up 3 late third quarter, now you can get into a set, kill some clock if you like, and try to get a goal to double up Conestoga.
Yeah, similar. If you remember, Brody Bush called an early timeout in the first quarter for Conestoga. So I think Rob Forrester must think this is also an important possession to burn one of your timeouts in the third quarter rather than the fourth. So up 7-4, to your point, Bob, they'll get their top 6 guys on the field most likely, look for those short stick matchups, and then try to get an opportunity on Jamison.
This portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales, run by Chris Marr, class of 1989, big lacrosse guy, and a fantastic ambassador for LaSalle. If you're looking for any type of insurance, or again, even if you're not, you should be. It's a really easy process. Just send him your existing policy. He'll look it over. He's going to give you the best service, but he's going to find a way to give you better coverage at the best rates. That's Chris Marr, E&M Insurance. I'm standing right next to a proud client.
Yeah, we didn't set this one up, Bob, but I'm good friends with Chris. I'm a client of E&M Insurance on the property and casualty side. Connor Kelly is my agent, great guy from Boston. And they just really take care of you as an agency. If you ever need anything, the customer support is there. Really good rates, so I'm a first-hand client.
Fantastic to hear. That is great. Now LaSalle in the final 3 minutes of this third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like Pilling got the short stick matchups. They're going to try to take advantage here. I look for Conestoga to slide early and then Pilling to make a play off ball for somebody.
Fix Oppenheimer. Long shot, just a little wide. Went low, stayed low there, but
really
missed
nice.
the frame.
Yeah, really nice set play. All the direction was to the right side, and then Oppenheimer snuck off the backside on the left. Just didn't put the shot on goal.
Andrew Kelly now pilling. An extra pass across. Patience there from number 11 for LaSalle, Owen Doherty. Now pilling. Back behind the net they go for Kelly. Looks to set a little screen. Kelly feigned it.
Yeah, good to see Owen in. You know, LaSalle going to some of their depth, some of their younger guys.
And Doherty now going to set the screen. Vandergrift now Fix with it. He spins onto his left, got hit in the head, takes the shot and scores nonetheless. A flag goes down for that, and LaSalle in control now.
Really nice play by Fix. He goes strong to his right hand, does not see an opening, so come back to his left, draws a penalty in the helmet, and still gets a really nice high-to-low shot on Jamison for a goal. And this penalty stands, Bob. A 30-second penalty would be wiped out, but in this situation, since it was a slash, it's a man-up face-off for LaSalle. They'll have 3 guys up at the face-off X, and Conestoga will have 2, so a clear advantage for LaSalle here to gain possession.
Stevie Davis against Ian Kim in the face-off X. 1:50 to play, third quarter.
And Missett's over here by himself on the wing. So see if Stevie needs to get him involved. Doesn't even have to bother.
Boy, he has been fantastic from late first quarter on, Mike.
Yeah, those adjustments we talked about. Stevie's a smart kid. Again, probably talked it over with Kevin Doherty on the sidelines, made a quick adjustment, and came back and has won probably the last 80% of the faceoffs.
Well, and the beauty and the curse of it as well is, right, it's so binary, either yes or no.
That's
either
right.
Won or lost, and both these kids are unbelievable every time they step in the faceoff X. And there's another goal by Jack Vandergrift, right on the doorstep. Good find by Pilling.
Great feed by Pilling. Man up, Vandergrift just sneaks in on the low left. Feed from Pilling, fakes high, shoots low. You have to go high-low on Patrick Jamison. And 9-4 here, so I think Conestoga's wearing down a little bit.
But to finish that point about the face-off X, is we get to see these guys do it again. Again, the won or lost, but what doesn't get seen, unless I guess by guys like you, is just how good both of these guys are and what great techniques they're both using every time they face off against one another.
Yeah, there's a little bit of controversy in lacrosse because if you have a dominant face-off guy, it really can be make it, take it. If you think of other sports, if you score in football, the other team kicks off. If you score in basketball, it's the other team's ball. Lacrosse is one of those sports like hockey where it's truly a 50-50 ball after you score, and if you have a dominant face-off guy, it'd be hard to get possession sometimes.
Well, and even worse than hockey because you would almost never see possession like this.
Agreed, yep.
In an offensive zone for hockey.
That's right.
So what are folks recommending they do?
Well, they've already changed a few of the rules, not to get too technical, but the stance that the face-off person is in and the grip that they can use has changed over the past couple of years.
I see.
To not allow for such dominance. And then there's some purists out there that think the goalie should just be able to clear the ball out of the defensive end after the other team scores. I'm not that far yet. I don't think it's going to get there, but there's some talk of that.
Final 5 seconds here of the third quarter. A long shot, save made, stoppage of the clock at 1.4. Conestoga will have it. They have to move almost immediately, and they won't. I'm not even sure that there was an understanding there by number 10 Cliff Hawkins that it was at 1.4.
Yeah, so 9-4, just LaSalle sort of ran away with it here. Will be interesting to see in these first 3 minutes. Can Conestoga win a face-off, get 1 or 2 early goals, try to keep themselves in it? Otherwise, if Stevie Davis starts to gain possession and LaSalle can utilize some clock and bleed it out a little bit, they'll probably have an easy path to victory.
Third quarter finished with here at LaSalle. Stay with us. 1 more quarter to go.
It's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
Fourth quarter about to get underway here on Bob Long Sports. It's LaSalle Lacrosse against Conestoga. And a new face-off guy out there for LaSalle, the freshman Christian Peterman.
Yeah, Coach Doherty raves about Peterman. I think he's also one of the tops in his class. It's tough when a guy like Davis is in front of you.
Pilling scores, and LaSalle gets the scoring underway just 14 seconds into the fourth.
And the bench is erupting over there for Peterman. He won the face-off as a freshman. Gets a nice look over there to Pilling, overhand shot, goal. So they send Peterman right back out for the next face-off. I'm happy for the freshman.
Fantastic effort, even after the initial engagement there at the X. Peterman again, but Conestoga there for it.
Yeah, Peterman run it clean. Just good ground ball play by the Conestoga face-off wing play.
And it's LaSalle possession there. That was a pass that went past the end line. And yeah, I think you can probably hear that, folks. It is a little blustery here at LaSalle as we move from morning into early afternoon. But turned into quite a nice day, particularly when that wind is not blowing. Sunny skies, spring weather, Mike. We wouldn't know anything about that over the last couple of weeks.
It feels good to be back on campus. Nice day, sun's out. So with a 10-4 lead, 11 minutes left, again, I would say LaSalle, they'll probably milk maybe a minute off the clock before going to the goal, but maybe not.
Unless Fix takes the nice shot there. Scooped up defensively by Luke Montaigne. A nice save by Patrick Jamison.
Yeah, Frankie saw an opening. I guess he was not instructed to pull it out and use some clock. He went right for the goal. Nice save by Jamison. Got to be in double digits now with saves.
Big thanks to Liam Jones, who's done a great job all day long on the camera for us here on Bob Long Sports. My color commentator, Mike Morsell. University of Maryland graduate and a LaSalle Lacrosse All-American on that first LaSalle Lacrosse team. One of the greats. And, yeah, you're a big deal around here, Mike, so great to have you on with me.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Don't know. I'm not a big deal at home, so it's going to be a big deal out here. Never hurts. And I don't want to take any thunder from the first LaSalle Lacrosse team. The 92 team are the true pioneers and legends that started the program here. Many guys that taught me the ropes early on.
That's great.
The Mike Coonses of the world and the Dave Savaloses and Danny Pritchard and Mike McFadden, all great guys that really started the program.
B.J. Oppenheimer couldn't control that pass from the long stick. And Conestoga scoops that one up well. Nice play there by Jason Wagner. And that'll be carried across now into the offensive zone. Got to move quickly here from Conestoga, but you also got to make sure you get yourself a good shot.
Yeah, nice job by Wagner there. He's signed with Franklin and Marshall, so he'll be a diplomat along with his teammate Ryan Shepapel. Two of them going to play Division III lacrosse for Franklin and Marshall. Coach Todd Cavallero. So nice pickup there for F&M.
And not too far down the road.
Yeah, 45 minutes or so. Really nice job with the facility. They're very competitive in the D3 landscape. And a lot of local kids here in southeastern PA have found a nice home at Franklin and Marshall. Nice program.
Conestoga takes a good shot at it, and they will maintain possession. That shot came off the stick of Michael Austin, just wide. Now, this is quite a facility here as well, Mike, and this is something where, I mean, we've called games down on Meehan in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Are most of the games now played here, recognizing, hey, there are lights, and this is, you know, I guess the primary facility here at LaSalle.
Yeah, I think Coach Forrester wanted to, you know, call field his own in a sense. So I know the football team does practice here, but this seems to become the full-time LaSalle lacrosse field now. Nice bleachers, nice lights. Really did a nice job with the turf. So I think we'll be here more than me and in the future, Bob.
That's great. Nice place to call a game. Good vantage point here. There's a shot save made again. Really nice stay in net by number 30 for LaSalle, Matt Nelson.
Yeah, again, Nelson, a sophomore, won the job in camp against a couple other competitors. And he's been really steady in goal, both saving the ball as well as on the clearing side, which is almost just as important sometimes as making the saves, as getting the ball up and out to the offensive end.
7:42 to go here in this fourth quarter.
LaSalle still seems to be in attack mode with their top guys out there.
Fix takes the shot. A lot of contact there. Newhall, I think, got clocked. I thought it might have been in the head, but he was shaking his hand. A lot of contact there in front. Conestoga comes up with possession. That one was dangerous.
Yeah.
Patrick Jamison there to keep it out of the net.
One of his tougher saves of the day there.
And a giveaway, not a good pass. LaSalle, really, really nice.
That's Wakefield.
Yep, Colin Wakefield. Excellent player in the midfield.
Mr. GPA.
Might be Mr. GPS as he tracked that one down in the midfield. 6:38 to go, fourth quarter. And, yep, LaSalle are going to take their time on this one, run their set, and try to create a good look. Everybody gets a touch there.
Yeah, maybe this is the one they're going to slow it down a little bit.
Oppenheimer gets it back, takes the shot, and Oppenheimer beats Jamison near side post.
Great shot by Oppenheimer. Conestoga switched to a zone there, so that's where you do have to take advantage of the outside shot. Oppenheimer moves it, gets it right back. The defense rotates high-low through the legs of Jamison. And I think Oppenheimer, he's probably 6'4", 6'5". If he gets that stick up high, it's a really tough save for Jamison. Here's some new numbers out here for LaSalle, starting to open up the bench a little bit.
It's really been impressive here for LaSalle, certainly recognizing Conestoga, and we've talked about it at length on the broadcast. Two captains, not unable to play, up to four guys on the starting lineup that were going to be out or limited here today, and Kim being down for a quarter and a half when the game really swung. But even still, it's still Conestoga LaSalle, and LaSalle has been in control late stages of the first half and all the way through the second. It's been impressive.
Yeah, it's that depth game, Bob. Conestoga came out, fired up, had the early 3-1 lead. And again,
it might have even been 3-0.
3-0 off the bat, you're right. And once Davis started controlling the faceoffs, and then LaSalle could go to a little bit more of their depth. Third attackman contributing, second midfield's contributing, short stick D-middies, etc. That's oftentimes the difference in these types of games.
And it looks like the JV team has come up to join and watch on the sideline with their varsity teammates. You see them in the white there. They were playing down at Meehan Field.
Yeah, it's good for those guys to get a little taste of the future. Hopefully they can contribute here down the road on the varsity.
Long shot, that was high. Went high to high there, but Kelly was in position. 4:58 to go, fourth quarter.
LaSalle could just be patient now, Bob. Super patient. Maybe even wait for a shot or a stall warning, but I guess not.
B.J. Oppenheimer over the top, high to low, long range shot, beats Jamison. It's 12-4.
I think Jamison's stick just broke. He's sprinting off. I don't know if the ball went right through the cross or not. Nice overhand shot by Oppenheimer. I thought Jamison was going to make the save, but he looks at his stick. He sprints off, and he's getting his second backup stick here coming back on.
That's interesting there. How often do you see something like that?
Definitely don't see that, so he must have had a string loose or Oppenheimer shoots the ball 100 miles an hour. I don't know.
A little bit of both. And LaSalle's going to control again. There's a shot and a goal. Wow, we'll get another look at that one, Mike.
Yeah, just unlucky for Conestoga. Wing play comes down, picks it up, gets a shot. It deflects off of the defender's stick over Jamison into the goal. So just an unlucky goal, but that happens.
Mike Veazey gets his first goal of the game.
Yeah, the bench is going crazy for Veazey.
That is great.
We'll probably see LaSalle start to make some subs and adjustments here. My guess would be on attack in the next couple minutes. They've already done that in the midfield, and we'll see if they do that defensively as well.
Really impressed here. I know LaSalle didn't get the faceoff, but Christian Peterman, the future at that position, Mike.
Yeah, real luxury to have a freshman and a sophomore that can control the faceoff X like Peterson and Speedy Davis. So 1-2 punch there down the road when they need it. I think LaSalle has fully subbed here on the defensive end for close defense, which is nice. You know, these are the kids that give their blood, sweat, and tears all week in practice. A lot of times they don't even see any field action. So it feels good for a coach to be able to put in some of these guys that, you know, are a major part of this team, work just as hard, and they want to play as well.
And get Henry Troy and Matt Wills some rest as well. Well earned. They played great today.
That's right. Really good defense.
There's a goal. Conestoga gets back on the board. It's Patrick Reilly.
Yeah, Reilly, just a nice left-handed shot, low to low. Sneaks it in between the goalie's legs there.
And a new goaltender came on, Hugh Harrington, class of 2024. So a bunch of youngsters might getting some run here at the varsity level against a historic program like Conestoga. Should not be lost on these kids, you know, the opportunity that they're getting here.
Yeah, good to see Hugh and his dad, Brian, coach forever on the LaSalle sidelines, had 4 boys through the school. Will have 4 boys. I think he has an 8th grader to Sumpta. And Hugh goes by Snoop, so that's Snoop Harrington there.
Snoop. Love that. Well, Brian was an all-star on our LaSalle Legends broadcast that we did during the height of the pandemic when basically nobody had anything to do. And we got these old-school teams from LaSalle. I guess these kids would say, hey, we're not that old. It was the 2013 LaSalle Lacrosse team. And rewatched together over Zoom their state title win in Hershey. Big hit there, stayed with the play. So Brian Harrington, he was fun to have on.
Yeah, Brian knows everything about everybody. He's a lot of history with the program.
Flag came right in front of us. That'll go against LaSalle. Number 11, Owen Doherty, at 3:03 to go in the game. Stay with us, folks. One more break, and then we're here with you through the duration. It's 13-5. LaSalle leads with 3 minutes left.
Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services, whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups, at Meineke we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
And while you're with us, folks, we want to tell you again about Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. They are our favorite realtors here. LaSalle folks, both of them, very committed to the school, and they also can help you buy your dream home or sell a home to extract the value and move on to what's next in your life. Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle helped my wife and I buy our dream home. We wouldn't buy a home or sell a home with anybody else. Give them a call. The contact information is on your screen below, and make sure you tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. Our favorite realtors, Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle. Bob Long, Mike Morcell, and Liam Jones here in the final 2 minutes and 50 seconds. LaSalle's going to win this one, Mike. And what's going to be your takeaway if you're down there on that LaSalle bench? Obviously a long season ago, but a lot to learn here today.
Yeah, I think you're happy that your guys responded. You were down 3-0 early, made some adjustments. Guys were able to step up. And then once the train got rolling, it was pretty hard to stop. So I think overall, Coach Forrester, Coach Resch, Coach Harrington, Coach Doherty, they're going to be really thrilled with this effort. Good momentum for this team heading into a tough April schedule.
And Frankie Fix backs this one out 5 yards short of midfield. 2:12 to go. He's going to force the double and look to get rid of it. Or just to wait for the timeout. Took a couple of nice licks for his trouble there before that timeout was called. 2:03 to go.
Yeah, you notice LaSalle put their starters back in on D. I know it's 13-5, but I think Coach Resch saw it as an opportunity to practice their man down against a good Conestoga offense. So you can't be too annoyed if you're the other coaching staff. I think it's an opportunity. Coach Resch has been around the block, wanted to give his guys some experience there against a real man-up team.
2:03 to go. Turning into quite a good day here from LaSalle. And we make our turn into the spring sports, Mike. We had, certainly a lot of fun broadcasting basketball over the course of the winter here on Bob Long Sports. And by the way, if you haven't and you're watching this game, you should subscribe to our YouTube page for all past content and programming updates for when we have future games here on the Bob Long Sports feed for LaSalle Athletics and beyond. But now we turn, we did a couple of hockey games as well. That was fun. And now turn our attention to spring sports. LaSalle, one of the favorites to win the state here in lacrosse. And then baseball, who did win the state last year. And we did several games for baseball last season as well. That's going to be a little tougher to do to try to get, a good production value, get high enough behind the dugout to follow the play. And LaSalle scored the goal there. And they vacated the goal, Jamison. So number 6 for LaSalle, Paul Van Bastelar, said thanks so much.
Yeah, I think that's just LaSalle taking advantage of an opportunity. Stoga tried to press out, having Patrick Jamison guard one of the LaSalle attackmen. And you can't blame the kid. He sees an open net, takes a shot very similar to hockey. I think I would see LaSalle probably hold the ball now if they gain possession here for the remaining 2 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of contact there. Peterson, man, he puts effort in every single time.
Yeah, to think that kid was in 8th grade, just last spring, is it's very mature of him to be up at this level, making a contribution against juniors and seniors in high school. So I'm very impressed with his game.
So I'll finish my point as well about baseball in the spring. We'll certainly see if we can do a couple of games. It's really hard without a lift, or stands behind home plate. But where the opportunity presents itself, would love to support Kyle Werman and his program the way we did as they kind of got to some of the bigger venues. And that's natural as you get closer and closer to, state playoffs and a state title.
Yeah, they're awesome. LaSalle just always having competitive baseball teams here amongst many other sporting teams. That seems like a machine now. Really nice facility down there. And I follow those guys all sorts of, Twitter and social media, and they have it totally dialed in on the baseball side.
First state title last year in Kyle Werman's tenure, third in the history of the LaSalle program. First was won in 2012 by former athletic director Joe Parisi. And a young Kevin Long, who's my brother, pitched the state title game back in 2012. So
very cool.
Yeah, baseball is a big deal to the Long family. We love this LaSalle program, and great to be supporting both lacrosse and baseball here in the spring. Final minute of action, and LaSalle will win this one. They have a 14-5 lead. And you'd have to say, Mike, the statement that they've made against two of the other best programs year to year, Radnor and Conestoga, a lot going their way, but every team's going to get better between now and late May. So a lot to learn and continue to grow. But LaSalle in a good spot right now.
Yeah, LaSalle, who's part of the Catholic League, they always have to get through, the St. Joe's Preps and some other Catholic League teams. But they mix in, an independent schedule as well. I think you have to test yourselves against the Radnors, the Conestogas, a few of the Interact schools, and then maybe even some schools out of state. So you start peaking at the end there, mid to end of May, heading towards that state title, and LaSalle does a really good job with that schedule.
They're just going to hang on to the ball for now in the stick of Jack Koch with 8 seconds to go. Koch will hang on to it. Final 2 seconds, and LaSalle gets the victory over non-league foe Conestoga. The rivalry continues, and this time it's the boys in blue and gold on top, 14-5.
Had a great time with you, Bob. Thanks for having me out. I know we're doing Episcopal on April 21st.
Can't wait for that.
Excited to see an Interact battle for LaSalle. So thanks for having me. It's always fun being with you.
Mike, I appreciate it. Mike Morcell, my guest here today from a color commentary standpoint, a LaSalle Lacrosse All-American, big-time player at the University of Maryland, well-connected with the program and the game here in Philadelphia. So great to have him with me. Liam Jones was on camera today, did an excellent job. We'll have you back anytime, my friend. Excellent job behind the camera. And for the entire crew here at Bob Long Sports, I am Bob Long saying so long from Flannery Field inside the wrapped track known as Divine Track. Some divine intervention here from Winmore. LaSalle, a winner, 14-5. Stay with us for much, much more LaSalle action throughout the spring. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we'll catch you at a field, a gym, a rink, or a court near you.